Mm.
Okay. Um, all of you are here
Yeah.
that took the test, and except Norma. Norma's not here. What do you think is the area you need to work on the most? I forgot,
All of
to be
them.
honest. Your weakest one, Michelle. Your weakest one.
All of them. I need to practice all of them. All my skills are low.
All right.
I think for me, writing would be a serious problem for me. I know how to write, but I need to think a lot.
What did you get on your writing?
You see one, but I don't have limit time. I just I was checking some things and how to write this or how to put this on the letter, and I have to think a lot of things.
Okay. Sense makes sense.
Yeah.
The writing. Anything else, Christian?
Uh, it could be the listening part too.
Same to me, listening. I don't know why. Probably I'm very anxious at that time because I put a lot of attention where you saying or doing or where I have to hear some instructions. But this time, if it's the topic text, it's kind of blockade myself even though I'm so tired. Probably is that. I think so.
It could be. It might be training.
Yeah.
Yeah, that plays a big part. Definitely, definitely. Tanya, what do you think?
Yeah, I agree with them. For me, also, the listening part was the lowest. And I agree with Christian in the part that the writing is because of the limited of the time. So depending on the topic in the exam, in the real exams. So that's what I'm worried about.
It's gonna be the same that we did.
According to the director.
All right.
Yes.
But
If
there is
he said that, then
Yes, like
uh,
that surprised me when he said it because we were planning, we planned like me and him we sat down on Zoom and we talked to each other for like an hour or 2 hours talking about what we're going to do with you. And I told him, okay, well we can do this and that. And he told me yes, but we also need to do this and do that. And he told me that at one point I'm going to give you a writing and you can do it for homework and then we're going to check it together as a class and that's going to be the writing for the real test. I was like, really? Really? Wow, that's like cheating. but, but he was like, yes, it's going to be the thing. And well, the good thing is that you checked it with teacher Jesus and then you
yeah,
checked it with me.
yeah.
So you're writing, you're gonna get a B2 or a C1 automatically because you got all your mistakes fixed. Um, so that's something that you don't have to worry about right now. But think about this, like writing in general. Who writes 250 words in 15 minutes?
nobody.
Nobody does that. Like it's never that serious. Like unless you are an editor or something like that.
Yeah. A writer, an author.
Yeah, like nobody does that. I don't even do that, man. I
It's
can
hard.
write you a story, with 50 words in maybe like 3 minutes, but it's not gonna be like a cool story, like very formal or nice expressions. It's just gonna be whatever comes. It's gonna be a crazy story. It's not gonna be like in order. It's not gonna have a nice format.
Yeah.
And that's the thing with this test, so it's I am happy that you're cheating with the writing. I'm kind of happy. Honestly, I'm gonna take the sample test like the official sample test tomorrow. I've taken the sample test, many times, but on paper, never on the website. So it's gonna be interesting. I recommend that you take it very seriously. The sample test. Yes, you're not gonna be able to see your results. We're not gonna be able to see your results, but you're gonna get familiarized with the type of format that it has, right?
We're gonna have the
And
time.
yeah, I think it gives you the time. Yes, like I told you, it has like a bar, and the bar
Yeah,
goes out of time like a bomb, like a bomb.
like a bomb. So
Yes,
we can explode then.
you know how the bomb is like this, and then it has the
Yes,
wire.
yes. Yeah,
Yeah,
get it.
it's gonna be something like that. But look, you can't really do much for the writing right now. But if you're worried about writing in the long term, honestly, the only thing you can really do to improve your writing is to read more. And I'm not talking about Facebook articles, tweets. I'm talking
Yeah.
about like read a nice book. Read a nice book, 100 pages minimum. And make it nice, and then you write. Keep a journal. Um, and use Grammarly. I don't know if you ever heard of that website
Yeah, I
or the
use
application.
Grammarly. Yeah, I use it.
You use it?
Yeah, I don't have premium account, but I use Grammarly because it's amazing. It's
Really,
good.
it's
It's a good app. I recommend
it's,
you, girls.
how much is the premium account?
I don't know. I think $14, something like
A
that.
month?
Yeah, a month.
Oh my god,
Yeah, it's a little
it's
bit
expensive.
expensive. Yeah,
300 pesos.
and yeah, that's because I didn't pay that
What is it? A page, a
premium
website?
account. It's an
Application.
app. It's an app.
Okay.
Grammarly, Trini. It's a
Grammarly.
good app. It's a good app. Excellent.
Either you pay Grammarly or you pay a teacher, and the teachers are more expensive.
Yeah.
So I would go with Grammarly. And the beautiful thing about Grammarly is that you can type in your writing, boom, 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 and it will correct it for you. Or you can have the option where it shows you the mistakes, but you have to correct it. I told some of you that you have really long sentences. I don't know if I told one of you. Honestly, last night I was like swamped with all of your information, so I don't remember whose was whose. But I remember one of you gave me like a paragraph,
That was
and it was
me.
one sentence. That was Trini.
Yeah, I'm learning, so I can say that. Very proud.
Yes. So she gave me one sentence was an entire paragraph. I'm talking about like 6-7 lines. It was
They
one
saw it.
sentence.
The thing I'm shocking about that, that's the truth I tell the truth in front of my classmates, because I'm very confused because the first teacher, Jesus, he told me my little mistake, so I send them up to you the next day. So I very believe you guys, you know more than me, obviously, become a student right now. So it's like very confused me because you told me your opinion about this first paragraph, and we check in the classroom where you not be the first time. So the second round, it's totally wrong. It's my head is a scramble. What should I do? I know the reference. You have to be 1 or 2 lanes. You have to separate for a sentence, a long sentence, and the paragraph. I know that. So I was running, I've been through a lot of work to do, bad news too, and some way in work. So I'm at a struggle time now. So that's why I'm stopped to sending you the test, because I take in a good way to all the feedback in the WhatsApp from about my test, about my writing. So it's confused me. The first time I take very seriously and I send it to you and they send me by and no, this is wrong. Boom, my head, you know. What should I do? It's confused me a lot. So I'm stopped for that thing, the writing. I'm gonna find out for myself because it's confused. It's like, I don't know.
I am sure that you fixed some mistakes with Jesus first, right? If you had sent me your original one, you probably would have had way more mistakes.
Probably, yeah.
But it's okay, you know. I guess I see more mistakes because I always proofread students' writing, and I also used to write a lot when I was in school. I used to do poetry, so I, I don't know. I guess I'm pretty good. I don't want to sound cocky, but I'm pretty good at the writing, and so maybe that's why I noticed more mistakes that you have. But it's okay, you know. It's okay, you know. It, think of it as free points on the exam. It's free points. Trini, if you fix those mistakes, you're gonna have a high B2 or a C1. And that's the same thing for everybody. You know, if you fix the mistakes that I told you to fix, you will have a high B2 or you will have a C1.
This especially practice of writing is gonna come on the test, or we just practicing the good writing on this particular example for test.
That you're gonna apparently, according to the director, there's gonna be the same type of writing.
Okay.
All right.
I just had
the
to.
only thing that I am
Yeah, continue. So sorry. Continue.
the only thing that I am worried about is that you're not gonna be able to use Microsoft Word. You're gonna have to type it into the like a little box that they give you. So you know, I recommend that you know you put the address and then your address and then dear, fulanito, comma, and then put your information. Because I noticed that some of you put the address on the right side of the paper, and of course, a real letter, that's okay. You can do that. But I don't think you're going to be able to have that function in the San Diego University test. So everything will have to be on the left.
I think so too.
Okay?
Yeah, I think so.
But you'll see.
It must be on the left.
Yeah, everything has to be on the left.
It must be on.
Yeah,
Because
it's
it doesn't
different
give you,
because
like-
yes, it's not like a Microsoft Word. It's gonna be just a box. You have to put it on the right. I think so. On the left, I think so.
The writing grammar in Mexico on Spanish, my experience is on your right side hand. You started with the date, blah blah blah. But in the U.S., my poorest grammar is on the left side hand. What you said, like what you said. So I have a question about it. From where it starts and finishes the 250 words from the main test, from the main, I don't know how to say it. After
the main text, after the address.
Because I'm counting and I push my mouse and then it says 250 too less. I have to do very specifically how much it will be, you know, because I always usually saw on the computer. I mean, all the time in the computer.
No,
So,
minimum.
Minimum.
250.
Okay. Yeah.
If you have more, it's okay.
When we start
right.
doing it, when we start typing the test is when they started from 250, right?
Yeah, and I think the address is included. Okay, you can include the address in the 250 words.
All right.
Because with the address and the goodbye thing is 272, what I did.
Well, you're good. You're good. I hope everybody had 250. I couldn't count. I'm I was not gonna count every single word, but I hope you have 250.
Yeah, word counts the words anyway.
Yes.
I was checking that. I had a 250 or 80, I think so.
Yeah.
Counting the address, of course.
All right, great. And
Yeah. I have a question, man. Who's gonna check us the day when we took when we take the real test? From San Diego or your contact from English Accents that had the contact with San Diego? I don't understand that part. I didn't understand yesterday when teacher Mario told us.
when you take the real sample test, it goes directly to San Diego. All right. And they send us the results within 5 to 10 days, business days. And that is when we can tell you your results.
From the real.
Yeah, like we don't check it.
Yeah,
We don't check
I
it.
understand
We
that
are
part.
privileged. Okay.
Okay. All right.
Teacher, do you ever try this English test? Do you ever did this before the test we were supposed to do in the future?
The real San Diego University test?
Do you ever apply for this test? Do you?
I don't want to.
I mean,
No,
for
I've taken
experience.
many sample tests, but I don't want to do it. I don't want to take any more tests that are you can only have a maximum of C1. I don't want
Oh,
that.
really? Not C2?
I want
You
C2.
don't?
Yes, like I want to take an exam that measures up to C2. Like for example, the TOEFL, the Cenni, and this San Diego University test, they only measure to C1. That's the maximum. You know, and
The thing,
I don't want that.
okay, the
So
thing
then
that you do,
TOEFL test C1?
Maximum you can get on the TOEFL is C1 plus.
All right.
and IELTS is C2, blah, blah, blah. Okay, the thing is, my question was because if you have experience, you can transmit to us what's its feel on the computer. Because I've been doing on writing on paper what you said before, and the computer is impression because you under time is the same thing like what you've been doing on the copy paper the same time. It's totally different when you were on the computer pushing the buttons and something distracting become my voice. When you've seen something distracting my voice, stuff the dog and stuff like that. You have to feel very confident when you're trying your environmental to apply in a test, even especially in these days.
Well, I
Yes.
have never taken the official one, but I've taken the official sample one.
Okay.
You know, and I think it's, in my opinion, I like it more. I think it's easier than a written, like on paper exam. I really do, because you have everything like in front of you, and you don't have to worry about your pencil breaking. You don't have to worry about erasing. You can just change the answer. Click the button, and when you're writing, you can just erase, backspace.
Yeah. You
But
save
on the
time.
real thing, yeah, on the real thing, you have to, use your eraser and then clean it, and you have to look at the clock. The clock is on the wall or it's on your hand. But on this, you can keep your eyes on the screen the entire time. Everything is in front of you. If you think your boys are gonna be a distraction, tell your husband to take them to McDonald's or something while you're taking your test.
Take some
All right.
pandemic issues? I don't think so.
Okay. Well, yes. Hello, Pam.
Hi.
That was something.
Yes. Get them somewhere safe. Out of your way.
Okay, that more works for me.
All right. Well, I want to give you some advice on the listening.
All right.
Right. Instantaneously, you're not going to be able to fix your listening comprehension, you know, dramatically. But here are some things you can do, you know, right now to improve your listening. I'm gonna share my screen. All right, can you all see my whiteboard?
Yes.
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 Like I said, I'm gonna give you some tips of things you can do right now and things you can do in the long run. All right. All right. The first thing and the most important thing probably is familiarize yourself with the test format. All right. And what that means is take a lot of fucking sample tests. Take a lot of sample tests. All right. You know, if you have access to them, and many of them are free on the internet, use them. All right, because listenings are different for different tests. Like listening is not the same on the TOEFL as it is on the Cenni. The Cenni is not the same as it is on the San Diego University one. You know, you have different things. You know, on the TOEFL, first you listen to the conversation, and then they tell you the questions. So you know, your main thing is just to open your mind and try to absorb all the information, which is difficult. But on this test right here, you get to see the questions. All right, you get to see the questions, and sometimes you even have enough time to read all the questions and the answers before you even begin listening. That's the beautiful part about this. All right. So you know, take a lot of samples. Yes, Pam.
On the real test, are we gonna be able to listen to the audios more than once, like on the sample test?
Um, yes,
Or
but it
it's only
depends on your time.
Okay.
All right. So maybe you have time to listen to some of them 2 times, but maybe you don't. It depends how fast you answer.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah. What I recommend is the ones you can do in one time, do it in one time, and the ones that you have to, well, listen to it twice. Okay.
Okay.
But don't try to do two for everyone because you're not gonna have enough time. All right, and this way you avoid any surprises. Okay, no surprises. You know, you don't want surprises on a test.
Yeah.
All right. So take a lot of sample tests, and you can find many on the internet. Sample tests for San Diego University, sample listening tests. You know, just Google them. Make Google your best friend. Another thing you can do is to learn synonyms. right? Learn synonyms. Now, for example, usually talk, chat, and confabulation are the same thing. You know, learn synonyms because it can be such an easy word, but because they use a big word, like in this case, confabulation, you're not gonna know what you're talking about. Okay, so that is one thing you can do. Learn synonyms specifically for verbs and nouns, because you know at this level you should have a lot of synonyms for adjectives. You know, big, huge, enormous, gigantic. So now, you know, at this higher level, you should learn synonyms for verbs and nouns. Okay. One thing you can do is do drills. Okay. Do drills. All right. So, you know, in real life, when you listen, you don't pay attention to every single word, right? You just listen to the main idea. You pay attention to the person's face, their body language, and things like that. And on the test, sometimes sometimes it's easy because you have different options. Imagine that instead of having A, B, C, you had to write the answer. That would be difficult. So what you can do with the drills is listen to the audios once. Listen to the audio once. Try to spell unknown words. Answer comprehension questions. And possibly the best thing is listen in chunks. Listen in chunks. All right. So let's say that you want to really test yourself. You're going to put on something difficult, right? And what this means is listen in chunks. If you have if you have a long listening, let's say 10 minutes or more, stop the audio every 2 or 3 minutes and ask yourself questions like, what's the purpose of these 2 minutes? What is the speaker trying to communicate? How does the speaker feel? right? And how can you know how the speaker feels? Well, you can listen to their tone of voice and also to the type of words that they choose to use. Words like unfortunately, sadly, amazingly, those kind of tell you how the person feels. It gives you a sense of attitude. All right. And before the test, only listen to music in English. Okay? That's gonna warm up your brain. If you're gonna talk to your family for like 2 hours and then take the test, you're gonna be thinking in Spanish, and that's not good. You have to warm up your brain. Maybe take 30, 45 minutes before the test and just listen to music, your favorite music, so it can relax you, and so it can also activate your English listening.
It's a really good tip, actually.
All right. I'm glad you like it, Christian.
Yeah.
And well, that's the things that you can do right now. You know, I don't know when are you planning to take the test? Next week?
I'm gonna check next week. Yes.
Next week. Okay. You too, Christian?
Yeah. I think the next week.
How much does it cost? The test.
Mary tells me that 2,800 pesos. I think so. A little bit expensive.
Yes, yes.
So we need to pass the test,
It's for 5 years, right? 5 years.
For five years, yes.
The license from Mexico, filing from the step. It costs 3,000. And the course is 2,000. I just pay 1,000 because I missed the first part of the Greek because I didn't decide to get in because I'm very at short time to do and get into this. So I'm not decided yet about the apply the real test.
Well, Christian and Pam, you're gonna do good on the exam. If you are feeling a little uncomfortable with
Yeah.
this test, um, I wouldn't say take a lot of time. Do not take a lot of time because maybe it will demotivate you, and it will also like you'll forget a lot of things that we discussed in this course. So, if you're gonna wait a little bit, I recommend waiting maximum 2 or 3 weeks. And in those 2 or 3 weeks, work on your weaknesses. I talked to some of you, I told you what you can do to get a C1, what you can do to get a B2. Okay? All right. Work on those things. Work on your weaknesses, and of course, you can send me a message, and I can send you links to things, but you should also try to be autonomous and find those things on your own.
Yeah.
But if not, then of course I'll help you. All right.
Yeah, I think it's easier to take it as soon as possible because if not, we're just gonna forget everything you taught us.
Yeah. Yes, this information is fresh right now. That's good. That's good. And would you like to see some things you can do to improve your listening for the long term, or no?
Yes, I would.
Yeah.
Yeah, the listening is hard for a lot of people, right?
Yeah.
Listen to music you enjoy every day. All right, every single day. Um, for those of you who know me, you know that my Spanish speaking is not that great, but my listening is amazing.
Yes.
I can understand almost anything. I listen to a lot of music in Spanish. I listen to different genres, anything from Jose Luis Miguel to Cater de Santa Secan, Quinto Sol, all types of things. Bad Bunny. I listen to everything, and that is one thing you can do to really, you know, make your listening skills explode. Is not just consuming um, one specific genre, but consuming a plethora of different things. So the first thing is to listen to music you enjoy every day, and two is to explore new genres. Explore new genres. If you like pop music is okay, but a lot of times it's grammatically incorrect and it's slow. Um, Maybe you can venture into new things. If you really, really want to like perfect that listening, you have to listen to hip hop, rap, trap, and maybe even country music. Country music is usually slow, but it's kind of difficult to understand because of their accent. But those things, hip hop is difficult because it's fast. Same thing with rap. In rap, they use a lot of slang, right? The trap is even worse. They talk about drugs and killing people. But if you learn that vocabulary and you listen to how they pronounce those words in such a unique way, then any listening will be easy to you because all the listenings here on the San Diego University Cambridge, they are just normal people having a conversation. But in hip hop, rap, trap, country, these people are trying to show off their skills. They want to see how fast they can rap. They want to show off the new words they know. They want to use as many metaphors as possible. So with this, you'll be able to, tune your ear and also learn a lot of new vocabulary, which can help you learn other vocabulary because you can make like a connection. All right. So
Yeah,
explore new
yeah.
genres.
I
I
think
tried the
it's
last,
it's hard with hip hop, rap, and trap, and that kind of music. It's really hard because I've been listening to rap and hip hop for I think 2, 3, 4 years, but it's really hard to understand everything or every word that. It's like just you said, and they are trying to show skills, and then they rap very very fast. And I think that if you understand every word, if you understand the complete sound, you will be able to understand everything. I think so, but it's so hard.
Exactly. And that takes me to my next thing. Don't stress out if you don't understand every single word.
Yeah.
Oh my God, what I did. All right. A lot of these rappers, hip hop artists, trap artists, they are doing drugs. And drugs, it messes up the way you speak, right? I don't know if you guys heard of lean. A lot of them are doing lean, and it kind of shuts your jaw, and they don't really open their mouth when they speak.
Yes.
Um, but it's bad for them, but it's beautiful because you can also learn like how you would say a word in the most weirdest way possible. All right. So don't stress out, and if you want to really learn a word, I recommend that you use the website Genius. I think it's also an application now, but Genius is really cool. In fact, let's make that number 4. Use Genius. Um, Genius, it gives you like how can I explain it? It gives you the lyrics and an explanation. Right? It gives you the lyrics and an explanation. Why did this person say this? Why did the person say that? All right. And I know a lot of you might not like hip hop or rap music. You might think it's very vulgar. If you continue with that mentality, it's going to be very difficult for you to expand your horizons. All right, you have to be accepting, accept new things. It's the fastest way to improve your listening. I have students who are a little younger. They're like 17, 18, 19, and that generation is a little crazier. And they love the trap music. They love to hear things about drugs. They love to hear things about killing people, even though they don't do any of that, or maybe they do. But they love it. And usually those kids have amazing listening skills.
I have
Amazing,
one at
amazing.
home. I have one at
Yeah.
home. They listen to trap music. And when I try to listen some music, say, look, Map, you need to listen this track music because it's a new, and I've been listening with them together and I really enjoy it. I try to listen, the words, try to understand the words. Some of them, I'll find out that the grammar is gonna, like a G-O-N-A, like I say, going to is gonna. Let's say, what? I said, Mom, it's gonna. No, going to, formally. Like I know. But I've been listening with them, the hip hop, that kind of rock, that the rap from England too. And we watch movies with different kind of American and European English. So it's kind of different, classy, dirty. I've been through that.
It's great.
Amazing.
I love that. Yes, it will help you a lot. Trust me, and it's nice if you can sing along with them.
Yeah.
I remember when I used to work at Harmon Hall, I had this kid. He was like 17 years old, and for his project, he rapped the song by Eminem, "Rap God." I don't know if you ever heard that song, but and he did it. He did it, and he did it really well. And I was like, WTF.
I was gonna say that
What'd you say, Pam?
I was gonna say that Eminem could be like a good singer, because sometimes when you listen to a rapper that he's black, maybe he's gonna use different words. They have a different vocabulary, a different accent, and so you don't. Well, in my case, I wouldn't like to learn a few words that black people say, because then when you go over there and you speak like that, they're like, "What's wrong with her? She's not black. Why is she using those words?"
Yeah.
But
So
there
I
are
like to Eminem because he's more like he's
Neutral,
white,
right?
yeah.
actually there are a lot of rappers with a good lyric. For example, Tupac, Common, and so on. There are a lot of rappers with an excellent lyric.
Yeah, I agree with that, Chris.
Yeah.
I'll write the name of a few artists.
I don't know how they do
And
it. Probably they contract writers from the especially music because it's too hard. I'm not translate, copy the one of my back courses and a year ago in a Cambridge. One of the teachers says, we have a listening practice. I well, okay. He has a little speaker like this, very highest volume. It was like this, very tiny. I said, oh, probably unbearable here. No, it was too loud. And they put me a trap music, a trap song to rewrite in a word in a worksheet. I was like, what? Okay, he just was be able to give us 3 rounds to listen that to short paragraphs, 2 verses. I was like, okay, as long as be able to listen and write it down what the rapper or the trap singer says. It was good experience. I liked it.
sounds good to me. You know,
Dre.
what Pam said is true. You know, there are some words that black people use that you shouldn't use, like the N word. You shouldn't use the N word because that is racially offensive.
Yeah.
Um, but apart from that, you know, you can use almost any word that they use.
All girls, girl. Like, you know what I mean? Like when you want to
Yeah,
call someone like, yeah, girl. Like that's pretty like
yeah,
that sounds like black.
yes. But you know, it's funny. And nowadays, everybody speaks like that. It's like a part of American culture or something.
Yeah, they're trying to copy.
Yeah, I think so. It's a
Yeah,
part of them.
it's true what they say. You know, a lot of people do take from the black culture.
Yeah, they speak the language of English like they say the word with plus a little sounds like song, like like a tone of something, phonetic. It's very weird to me.
Yes. Now,
And whoa,
if you want something like soft, things like that, then I recommend J. Cole and Drake. They're really soft. So I'm gonna put like a little heart beside them. And then if you want something a little, you know, tougher, then you can go with Tupac, Eminem, Juice World, and then maybe you can go with Lil Wayne, Meg Thee Stallion, Migos. And if you really, really want some crazy, crazy listening, which I encourage you to just try it one day.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say like death metal or something. Like if you want to go crazy, try to listen.
Oh,
That
you know,
would be
that's
hard.
true. Metal is also hard too.
Yeah.
But these
Twister,
guys in
Twister
parentheses,
is hard. Twister is really hard.
yes,
I
Twist
know,
is really
Twister
hard.
is so hard.
And right now, somebody who is really popular is Lil Baby. Um, Lil Baby, he is from Georgia, so you know they have the southern accent, and he is a trap rapper who does drugs. So you know he sounds like he's not opening his mouth when he speaks, but it's gonna help you a lot. Trust me. Next is watch watch movies with subtitles if you're if you feel your listening skills aren't that great, but test yourself and don't use them if they're not necessary. Okay, and if you already have good listening skills, like if you got anything that's higher than B2 on the listening part of that sample test, then test yourself. Okay, don't use subtitles with movies, stuff like that. Okay, now if you are an advanced speaker and an advanced listener, B2 or C1, the only reason I recommend to use subtitles is for new vocabulary. Because sometimes you will hear a word, but you don't know the word, so you're not gonna pay attention to it.
Yes.
But if you have the subtitles, you can see it. Maybe you can stop the movie and look it up. I always watch my movies with subtitles because I always want to learn new vocabulary. And I'm not really worried about the listening skills because I listen to all of those rappers mentioned above. And so to me, my biggest thing is improving vocabulary. So if you already have good listening skills, always use subtitles so you can improve your vocabulary, because vocabulary will make listening easier for you because you will comprehend more things. All right.
All right.
Next, listen to listen for the main idea and tone, not for specific words. Okay. And this is a big one, especially when students are beginning. They say, oh, I don't like music in English because I don't understand it. I don't understand a lot of words. And that's a big problem when you are beginning. You're not going to understand everything. So just listen for the main idea. Ask yourself, is this man trying to express love, express hate, express joy? Is he happy, sad, angry? Don't worry about the specific words. In all types of conversations, you don't listen to the specific words. You look at the person, you look at their body language, and that's it. And you understand the idea they're trying to express. You see their face. All right. So don't do that with um, the listenings here. All right. Main idea. Number 7, use visualization. Whatever a person is telling you, whether it be a story or a situation or about their day, try to visualize it. Try to visualize it. See it. You know, And that's a difficult skill. Visualization, but it's an important skill for almost every aspect of life. If you can visualize it, it will help you so much. And the last one that I want to give you is don't think, just listen. I should have put this on the other one about the test. Don't think, just listen. Whenever you are, listening to anything, you shouldn't be thinking about other things. Don't think about what you're going to do tonight. Don't think about your problems. Don't think about anything. Just clear your mind. Okay? Clear your mind. Don't think about the word that you didn't understand. Just clear your mind. And one way that you can clear your mind is by counting in your head. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Count in your head, and it will help you listen so much more. Or say the ABCs: A, B, C, D, E, F, G. It will clear your mind. You got this?
Yes. I've been listening Migos, Mega the Stallion, and Lil Baby. Yes, 80% of me I can understand what they say.
Yeah,
I was,
really?
I was checking, go, 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 stuff like that.
Nice,
Sorry,
nice.
I'm from the north of the country. What should I say? I can listen this music. The baby, what you call him, baby? Bunny Baby, or what do they call the singer?
Bad
Bad
Bunny?
Bunny.
I hear him from the far from where I used to live in the Papas and Beer. It's loud. All the town is listening to him. Like, who is it? Who is it? That's amazing, artist. I went there, but I listened to him. Yep.
You like Bad Bunny, Trini?
From the far, yes, it was too loud. So I wanna be able to go to the Papas right on the beach because our Papas is on the beach, very close. You can see the ocean. So the beach, and then I can hear it from your home. It was a good experience. Too loud, very clearly. All the speakers, all the soundtrack, it was great. I can check it out. It was nice.
But you like him?
Yeah, yeah, part of that. Yeah, I enjoy it.
All right, that's great. That's great. Well,
Bugs Bunny. I don't know how to call it.
Bad Bunny.
Yeah, I don't know who is it.